Okay, we're on Instagram, and let me just tell you, I went live on Instagram with the phone facing the wrong way. It's not even facing me. You guys, I went in, and Instagram, you can't see this, but I have this cute, like, little hand thing. Hey, Samantha. Hey, Gabrielle. I have that cute little, like, phone stand, and I was like, oh, I need that because I'm sitting in my master bedroom right now. And as I walked into my office, my spare bedroom where I normally work, I was like hollering down to the kids about something, and then I was like, why did I come in here? I forgot. Oh my God, what is happening? Okay, so let's get started. I want to talk to you guys about the power of being an empath during this time. Hey, Kate. Because it truly is a superpower. And before I get started, I wanted to tell you something too. First of all, I'm blonde now. I have not been blonde since probably, I don't know, early 20s maybe. It's crazy. So like 15 years. And so, she did such a good job. I love it. I love it. I love it. So super fun. I was able to get my hair done before all of this hit. We're in Western South Dakota. If you're new here, we are stationed near Mount Rushmore to kind of give you guys an idea. You're in Utah. What kind of message you get? What kind of, Maria, hey girl, can you be more specific? What kind of message do you get? What are you referring to in specific? Hey, Steph, I saw your text. I will text you back. I don't know why there's no stretching on there. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about this spray. I talked about sage yesterday and Anshi Rises. If you guys are into crystals and smudging, using sage, all things woo-woo, Reiki, any of that stuff. If you're on your spiritual journey, and She Rises community, I try to show up more in there. I do a lot in my Instagram stories because I love being in Instagram and my Facebook stories. But if you need a community of like-minded women, and She Rises is where it's at. So add yourself to there. Just search And She Rises. I have a couple questions to make sure you're not a robot and you are not a dude, and I'll get you added. Hey, Lindsay. Okay, so a couple days ago in And She Rises, I talked about saging, but if you're like, I don't really like the smell of sage. I feel you don't really like it either, but I like the vibe. What is this called? It's by Sacred, and it's called Aura. The lighting in here is really weird, but whatever. On Instagram, the lighting is, oh my gosh, my cat is like walking off. I wish you guys could see this squirrel moment, but she's like walking off with her toy, like dragging it like she's got her hunt. It's so funny. Anyway, it's called Aura by Sacred, Sakred. I talk about this all the time. If you use the code Kristen1 or just shoot me a message and I'll type out the code for you and you get a discount, but you guys, they are having like the biggest sale I've ever seen. The stuff is normally $30 a bottle. Right now it's 10. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's 10. I just bought 3 and I just like stocked up on all their things. I use all of their products, their facial mist and their MCT oils. They're amazing. So this is a really great option during this time. I have a feeling that they were very intentional about this sale because it helps like remove lower frequencies and cleanse your area, your aura, yourself, your food. I've done this on flowers and it keeps your flowers alive longer. It's like the most amazing stuff anyway. So I spray my house, myself, my kids, wherever I am, I take it with me. Hey, Liz. So that's that. Check this out. Make sure you use the code Kristen1 so you get an even further discount on it too. Amazing. So let me just do this really quick. And it's scentless. And it's amazing. Oh, so good. So good. So it's frequency infused cleansing spray. And it's amazing. Okay. Why the power of being an empath is such a superpower, but especially during this time. So what is an empath? Basically put, an empath is somebody that feels the energy of others. We pick up the energy of others and we tend to take on the energy of others. So for example, if you're talking to someone that's having a really bad day and you go to them and you're like high vibe and you're like in a good mood and you're energetic. And if you're not, sometimes if you're not intentional, hey Melanie, if you're not intentional about protecting your energy, sometimes you can just feel like they projected all of their things onto you. Like you took it, not projected, but that you took all of their energy, you took all their pain, everything that they were feeling, and you hold it on as your own. And then you're feeling drained and maybe even sad. Right now, especially, if you're an empath and you may or may not feel this, but it's like we're feeling the energy of the collective meaning other humans among the world, whether it's in your community or in the country or in the world. You can feel it. It feels sad. It feels heavy. It feels strange. And for me, it doesn't feel dark. It can feel heavy. And so that's kind of what an empath is, and kind of maybe a little bit of what you're feeling. So if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling upset, if you're feeling, I feel it a lot in my heart lately. Normally for myself, I have a lot of like solar plexus. I hold a lot of energy in my solar plexus. And for those of you who do know human design, I am a manifesting generator, and so we respond with our gut, and I also hold a lot of energy there. Solar plexus this is a side note, but solar plexus is connected with the mind, and so this is something good to know if you struggle with self-worth or like negative thoughts that run around in your head. We fix that by going in and clearing out our solar plexus. So yellow crystals, since we're talking about woo-woo stuff all the time, and she rises, that's what you want to do. And I have other tips too. Just message me if you want to know, or post an and she rises, and I'm here for it. Melanie says it's overwhelming being an empath right now. And yeah, I feel that so deeply. And so it's like, okay, over the weekend, I felt that so much, and I could just, like, there were times where I was mad for my own reasons, that were COVID-19 reasons, but I was also mad for personal reasons that were making it so I wasn't able to travel. And it just like, I was pissed about that, and then just flood of emotions. And then I was like, oh my gosh, my husband's like, what's wrong? You're acting kind of strange. Like, you're acting off. And I'm like, I'm feeling it all. Like, I just feel it all. I had to shut social media off. Like, I was on stories a little bit and I posted, but I had to stop the scroll because I was like, I can't do this. And even though I laughed my ass off quite a bit because some of the memes are freaking fantastic, I just realized like, this is a lot to submerge myself in, and I'm hearing other people's opinions, other things that were going on. And so I was like, just shut it down. And so it's really important for us to take care of ourselves. So I want to share with you kind of a couple thoughts on ways we can really take care of ourselves. Hey, Morgan. And also how we can really help other people. So let's talk about how this is really helping other people. We feel it. And so it's a really powerful gift to be like, we feel that energy and we know it. We can feel it probably in your heart if that's where you're feeling it, and it's really affecting your emotions. And so we can really empathize on a level that not a lot of people can right now. And that is huge. That's really huge. And I know many of you guys are, you're awakened souls, or you're on your spiritual awakening, or you're working on ascension. And so we are in this period of time where we're seeing the chaos, but we can choose to see it and not participate in it. Does that make sense? We're becoming the observer. So as we're working on, and this is very similar for when we're healing ourselves. And if I'm losing and you just listen and then come back to this later, if you're in and she rises, this video will stay here. I might put this on YouTube too. I think I'll do that. become the observer, just like we do in our own healing journey. We're becoming the observer. We're seeing what we're triggered by. Where is this coming from? Why do I feel this way? What situations in my life? So we're like peeling back the layers and we're seeing, okay, what situations in my life was I feeling like this? That's becoming the observer of, or healing ourselves. And we're becoming the observer then of, okay, these triggers are happening. I see this. I'm not going to participate in this though, right? And so we see what's going on in the world right now and we feel it as an empath, but we do not have to participate in the chaos. But just because we are not choosing to participate in the chaos doesn't mean that we are judging, and it doesn't mean that we're judging. And it doesn't mean that we're coming from a space, well, I don't see it that way. I see it this way, because there's all forms of fear on different levels. And so if we could just take a moment and hold space, because we're holding it already, right? We're just taking a moment and hold space and hear what someone else has to say and just love them. Purely love them, because you have the biggest heart. Like, you have an amazing heart. So just send that love. And it doesn't matter if you know Reiki or alchemy or not. None of that matters. You could simply just take a moment and sit down and breathe into your heart and send that energy out to others, right? So it's as simple as, if you guys don't have my free meditation, my 5-minute meditation that I made specifically for releasing the fear and the chaos, please shoot me a message and I will shoot me a message with your email and I will send it via email for you. But it's literally, and I explained this in the meditation, is why I said that, because it is literally as simple as bringing in the light through your head, imagining it, and then you can imagine it coming out of your heart and into someone else. You can imagine this as a person. You can imagine this as people. You can imagine this starting in your own town and spreading it throughout the town surrounding, throughout the state, throughout the surrounding states, throughout the country, throughout the continent, connecting continents, not connecting continents, nearby continents, across the ocean, worldwide. And I just imagine that beautiful white light. You can imagine that as like a rose quartz pink, and just sending out that love and sending out that love, because we're feeling it, right? And so that is how we have like this next level superpower. And I feel like obligation is not the word I want to use, but somebody has a better word you can help me with right now. Is anybody else like Mom Brain 500 over here? I'm like, what day is it? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I feel like we have an obligation almost. That's not the word I want to use, but it's almost like our obligation to be of service to people who are not feeling it. They're only feeling themselves, and they're only taking in, they're only seeing what's going on, and they're not being that observer of what's actually happening, right? So we truly have a superpower in this. So how do we take care of ourselves during this time? This is like so important. Most of the time I would say just completely protect yourself, but the world needs us. We are so needed right now. And so I would say open your heart to love, not to accepting, being open to receiving like commitment. Ooh, Morgan, yes. Girl, thank you. We have a commitment. This is a good commitment for us to come to be here on this planet, to feel what we're feeling, and to be able to give that back and release what's not ours we can release that, and I will share with you how to do that and how to properly release it, because we don't want to release it back out into the world, but we can release it so it's transmuted into love over fear and chaos, right? So, totally forgot what I was saying. Where was I going? Okay, I remember. So we're taking care of ourselves. So instead of closing off our hearts and completely protecting ourselves during this time, what if we chose differently? What if we chose to open our hearts and allow others to feel the love that we're feeling? And this can really happen only if we're truly taking care of ourselves. And I know that it's a lot. My kids are both home too. I just have the two, but they're 7 and 11. My middle schooler is doing, I mean, he's like not here for doing the homeschooling stuff. He's like, no, this is not better than being at school. He's very social butterfly, so I'm sure this is like, he's like, I would much rather be at school, like talking to people and getting in trouble for things that I shouldn't be doing. But if we take even 10 minutes to ourselves, and yes, love and healing for ourselves and others, Morgan just said that. And so what does this look like? Because we feel like, okay, it might feel like we're taking on more with the kids being home. 5 to 10 minute meditation. Whenever you feel like you need it, I start my day with my meditations. If I don't, I just kind of feel funky. So I really take some time in the morning. I'm keeping my schedule and I'm taking time in the morning to still commit to myself. So I get up around 6, I brush my teeth, I put my workout clothes on, and I go meditate for 10 minutes. I do my journaling. I do a gratitude journal. So I do like I am statements, speaking into my soul what it is that I am. I am love. I am light. I am magnetic. I am heart-centered. I am, whatever feels good for you. I am approachable. That's something I speak every day because I want people to know I'm here. Like, I'm here. And if I speak it out, if I put it out energetically and I'm believing it with every fiber of my being, I know people feel it. I know they feel it. They feel it. Energy doesn't lie, right? And so taking time to meditate, taking time to journal. You could take a bath, like a cleansing bath. You can do like Epsom salt. If you have essential oils, rosemary is great for releasing energy that's not ours. So rosemary, lemon is a detoxifier, and lavender to calm. Those are the 3 I put in my bath every time. And I do 5 to 10 drops of each just because it's so much water. Stop scrolling on social media, you guys. Like, just stop. Just turn the notifications off and put the phone away. And if you're going to scroll, be intentional about it. And what I highly recommend to do is turn off notifications or not unfriend, but mute posts of people that are really triggering you during this time. Or maybe it's like just not a vibe that you just want to subscribe to. And maybe it's just like, okay, this is too much for me right now. Don't unfriend them and just like cause some more drama. Mute or like take a break or whatever. I've had to do that on my Facebook and on my Instagram, and it's okay. Like, I'll go check in on them, make sure they're okay, let them know I'm here for them, but I don't want to see it in my newsfeed, and that's okay. It's okay to do that. And also see first of people that you know are inspiring, lift you up, they're high vibrational, they're full of good information or good things for your soul. Those are the people that you want to see first in your newsfeed, and that's who I have in mind. I do have like our duty station where we are right now because I don't always see that stuff, and so I want to make sure that I am not the group because the group is too much for me, but definitely like the informative Facebook group, or not the group, Facebook page. I want to see those. So, yeah. And then doing a healing for yourself. My free guided meditation is infused with quantum reiki, specifically one that is for an emotional and soul healing. It also boosts your immune system. It is calming. There's no music in it. It's just me speaking and guiding you through it. It's affirmations. It's light guidance. And it's like 5.5 minutes. It's not long. Everybody has 5 minutes, right? We've been on here for 21. You guys know I'm a Gemini. I just love to talk. I could talk to you guys for days. So, and then doing a Reiki healing, either yourself if you know it, or entrusting a healer, whether it's me or there's someone else. I do have friends that are like, I have a healer, and that's cool. So find someone that you entrust to do your healings for you. If I'm your person, I do have a group energy healing session tonight. I do them bi-weekly. As of right now, they're bi-weekly, and I also do one-on-one sessions if that feels better for you. And I'm also doing a giveaway for a free 30-minute one-on-one energy healing session for anyone that reserves their spot this evening for the group energy healing session. And yeah, what else? I think this is just a really great time for us to just reflect and heal and help. And crystals, you guys, like, how do I even have this conversation without crystals? So when it comes to protecting our energy, I know I've talked about this before, but if you're feeling really called to protect your energy, you can use Black Tourmaline. That's my numero uno. Let me grab it. I have this. I think her Facebook, or not her Facebook, her Instagram is called Celestial Sunshine. I think it's Celestial Sunshine Crystals. She's in Canada. My friend Steph brought this down when she came and visited, and I love it. This is my favorite. It's a really big piece. I mean, that's the palm of my hand. You can see it. It's a pretty big chunk, but it's amazing. And I cleanse it every single day because it works so hard for me. I use smoky quartz. It's grounding, and it is, it's also a protection. Hematite is a great protective stone. Those are the three that are coming to me off the top of my head. There's one other, it'll come to me. But I love all of those. And then to release energy. So as we are talking to people, this will be kind of like the final tip I'll give you, and then I'll read through some questions, is to, when we're opening our heart, and we're taking in all that energy, how can we get rid of it? So how can we transmute it? Because we don't want to hold on to it, because that causes anxiousness. It causes overwhelm. It causes more fear. We're feeling things that aren't ours. We're holding on to things that aren't ours. And it can also cause like physical things in our body too. I have a couple books that I love that are based on the ailments that are in our bodies. We want to transmute this energy to love. So how do we do this? It's really as simple as imagining a beautiful white light going into your head and down through your body. And so let me backtrack. First of all, when you're sitting in meditation, imagine a grounding cord. So just a beautiful cord connected to your root chakra. So just the base of your spine, and going all the way to the center of the earth. It's going to go all the way and break the crust, and it's going to clasp onto the core of the earth. And then what you're going to do is imagine there's a beautiful white light coming in through the top of your head and going all the way through your body. And just imagine as it's going through, it's cleansing. It's a cleansing light, and it's pushing all of this energy that's not yours, anything that doesn't serve you, all the way down your legs, all the way down your feet. And imagine this energy going all the way down this cord into the center of the earth, and it's being given back to Mother Earth so she can transmute it back to love. It takes, 5 minutes, if that, to do that. And it feels so good. And as you're doing it, breathe through it. And sometimes the exhales and the inhales require sound. So trust your body as you are going through it to do what it needs to do. If you need to take in like a very deep inhale and then just release, whether it's a or whether you have to make a sound or anything, just let it all out. And when we're holding that energy in our body, sometimes it requires a forceful exhale, get it out, like let it know it's not there for you, like it's not serving you and it needs to go. But just transmuting, asking Mother Earth to transmute back to love. So what would you suggest for essential oils, oil baths? Diluting them with more water or oil, or putting them, I just put them straight in the bath. I know people like some essential oil reps, I don't know what they're called, sorry guys. They suggest to put, like, make it in Epsom salt. I don't know if that's bad on the bathtub. I've been using essential oils since 2013 daily, and I've never had an issue. So yeah, I just put it directly in the bath. I figure there's enough water in there that it's not going to hurt anything. And I know that oil sits on top of water. However, I still feel the effects. You get the aromatherapy from it. Say that sentence 5 times fast. I can't even say it once. So the benefits just from the aromatherapy is amazing. So that's a good question. Let me see if there's any other questions. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. I didn't see your messages. Hey, Colleen. Hi, Sonia. Melanie, what video are you referring to, babe? Okay, so let's see. So let me start at the top. What kind of messages do you get, like healing or spiritual messages? So both, like I consider one and the same. The message that I receive are always from the highest and best good, and they come from, they come from spirit, they come from my group, my angels, guides, and loved ones. Sometimes it's my higher self. I just trust that where it's coming from is from the purest and highest good. When I receive the messages, what kind of messages do I get? So it's when, like, for example, let me just use the healing session. So since I have a group healing session, I'll just use that as the example. So with my group energy healing sessions, what usually happens is as I connect to the group, like I pull in everybody's energy individually. I just imagine everybody's time and space is an illusion. And so when we go into the quantum field and we know that time and space is an illusion, I can literally imagine each of you is here, and that's how you feel the healing. And so as I pull everybody in, I'll get a message for the collective that will come through. It's literally different every time. As I'm talking about this, you guys, my hands are tingling. And that's just the energy that's like, literally I just grab it and pull it, or, give it. So, it's, how do I describe it? It's an inner knowing. I hear with my spiritual ear, I guess. It's kind of like when you see things with your mind's eye, or you think of something and you're like, oh, that's a good thought. Where did that come from? That's not something I would normally think of, or that was a really great idea. Or you're in meditation and you have like this download, this random download. So same thing with the group energy healing sessions or the one-on-one sessions. Sometimes even when I'm having conversations with you guys, like in Messenger and stuff, I'm like, I just had this download for you. It just like came to me and it was like, you need to share this. And so sometimes it will come in the form of guidance as far as actions that you can take for your path at that moment. Sometimes I'll get visuals. So sometimes it will be like a visual representation and I'll share that. Sometimes like I'll get colors. Sometimes loved ones will come through. I have one client specifically who is a good friend of mine, and she always has someone come through for her. And I don't usually, for her specifically, I'm not like hearing them having this conversation. It's more like this is what I have to say, share it with her. And I'm like, okay, here you go. I don't know what this means for you, but I'm confident that that this will resonate with you. So, hopefully that answered your question, Maria. Let me know if you have any other questions about that. Thanks, Colleen. Oh my gosh. I just had my hairstylist done. I don't know if you know where this is. It's in downtown. It's called AJ's Wicked. They've been around for 10 years, so I don't know when the last time was that you were here, but cute salon, such a vibe. And Dawn is amazing. She's a babe, and she's a hair goddess, and she's been doing my hair for 3 years since we got here. The lighting is weird on Instagram, but it looks really good on Facebook. But it's more blonde than I've been in a long time. Do you ever find it hard to breathe while you're grounding yourself? Oh, I'm like grinding yourself? That maybe that wasn't an accident that you said that though. Like, was it an accident? Because I'm like grinding yourself. I mean, oh my God, girl. I just got this, that Rihanna song in my head now. I mean, when you're grinding yourself as far as like working, yeah, like it can be hard to like remember to breathe. You know, I love to work. But breathe while you're grounding yourself. So yeah, I love AJ's. They're amazing. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Samantha. So, I personally don't have a hard time with grounding yourself, but if you are having a hard time grounding yourself or having a hard time breathing, just becoming very intentional about it, and then maybe tapping in and asking, why am I feeling this way? Why am I having a hard time breathing as I'm trying to ground myself? And is there this just came through. Okay. Is there something that I'm holding on to that needs to release and it's blocking me from grounding myself? So it's stopping me from taking the breath that I need to. And also breath, lungs. So let's talk about the heart chakra, maybe even the solar plexus, but probably the solar plexus and the heart. Is there something in one of these two chakras that are stuck that you need to release? So something to journal on. Is there something in my heart is tied to the past? So also love, self-love, love for yourself and for others. So is there something I'm holding on to for myself, self-love? Is there something that I'm holding back for someone else? Is there something in my past that I need to look at, to forgive? And then solar plexus, I talked about a little bit. So, you know, those are a couple things to think about. Maybe it's as simple as doing like a clearing meditation, or binaural beats. God, I love binaural beats. Just popping in some earbuds. They have them for about an hour or longer, but even 10 to 20 minutes. They recommend a minimum of 20 minutes, but even like 10 to 20 is super beneficial. So yeah, try that. Oh my God. Chips and wangs excite me. For those of you that don't know, Colleen and I were like, back in the day, worked together at a credit union when we were stationed in Idaho. Okay, so if you guys don't have any other questions, I'll hop on. Thanks for hopping on, you guys. I know this time feels really tough, and I know that the media has made it very scary. And when I've talked to a few friends that are stationed overseas, and the fear is real over there, you know, and I understand that, you know, we're seeing the effects of what's happened overseas first. But it's also okay to not participate in the fear. It's okay to be afraid. And it's okay to be like, you know what? I don't want to be the observer. I'm freaking the fuck out. And that's okay. However, it's also okay to take a step back and observe and hold space for others and be the light and be a beacon of hope for people, and just not subscribe to what other people are doing. And that doesn't mean, when I say this, you guys, doesn't mean that I'm naive to what's going on. I am very aware of what's going on, and I see it. I also have my own opinions about it, and I also have my own observations about it. But I'm not judgmental of what other people are going through, because our feelings are valid. Your feelings are valid. Everything that's coming up for you is valid. And so take care of yourself during this time. You guys, my door is open. I will try to respond to messages as much as I can. And let me know how I can help you. And if you're feeling called to the group energy healing session, just go to andsherises.com. At the top, click on, or if you're on your mobile device, there's like a little button on the side, and you'll just click group energy healing session. You can check out, you can either reserve your spot there, check out the FAQs, check out the FAQ video and the reviews, all the things, and let me know if you have any questions. We are like about 3 hours and about 3.5 hours now out from it. So I'm really excited. What we're going to be working on is what I'm going to be doing, not even working on, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be transmuting fear and chaos into love. And we're going to be really working on calming the nervous system and releasing all energy that's not ours. And immune boost is a big one. That is going to be a big one too. Reiki does some really powerful things that like are just so next level. So FAQs are on the website too. I explain more of what Reiki does and how I do it and all the things there. So again, I'm here for you. I love you guys. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay in joy, stay in love, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.